spent hours and hours and hours. So I'm going to go ahead here now, and now's the point where I got to go in and start. I might want to use the soft mod tool, and then her ear. I'm definitely going to need to accidentally extruded that up too high, so I'll collapse it. Collapse and collapse. You see on the reference, her ear has a big depression through here. Her ear is depressed. So I'm going to bring, maybe not that high, maybe I'll do some like these. Might need another loop in there. But I'll bring that, back down. I'm definitely, now that I've collapsed a few things, I have now a triangle here. So I can split that triangle here. And now I can scale that and create that little lip. Come into here. That's all going to be about, at this point I may need to add some extra things. At this point it's all going to be going in. And again, I could use another extruder on there to get that thickness and roundness, so it may require an edge or two. This one, let's see where this ends up. I can collapse that. Oh, that's lovely. So now at this point, it's nothing but shaping. So if I hit 3, we're starting to get, an overall here. If I want to bring it into the head, I can just select. Maybe not that one.
Missing one.
Thank you. I can extrude that. Scale it in. Now when I go to my head, off, I can move it out, probably give it a little bit of rotation. Positioning is the same. Still going to have to use, go in and shape the soft mod. We have to look at ear small angle, they're not straight. So I'm going to have to go in and just toy around with it, give it the shape that your ear has. Now we can see the amount of hookups compared to here. We're going to have to detail our head a little bit more before we hook it up. Make sure we don't have tons of lines coming right here. So, and we'll get that detail. You can see this eye configuration. There's 2 edges that want to go that way. So, but we'll gradually build this up. The main thing we want to look at is, for this character, is the loop here, coming here, the nasolabial fold, isolating the eye, the eyelid. Again, I did a fairly sloppy job modeling this, so literally I'm going to have, 30, 40 minutes now of, I may even say, okay, I'm getting a little crazy. I may just start, deleting a couple things here or there. So you can see I need to, go back in and reroute stuff. Oops. I just found the create polyplane button. Anytime you add an edge, It's going to force us to modify it. Now, I don't like that edge flowing that way because that's counterintuitive. It needs to follow the flow of the muscle before, which means this one may end up flowing back up this way. Now, if I put that in, I'm going to have to start, moving stuff. Let's say I want to double up this edge. What I would do is, if I'm adding an edge, I'd probably come back around like that. And then put the other one back up through there to hook it up, and then delete that edge, and then move. The one thing I do a lot when I'm modeling is I'll just use the delete key. Because if I have the form, that vertex is going to hold that position in space of my model. So sometimes I want to leave a lot of hanging verts because I don't want to delete that edge, but I can delete it and then have a floater, and then go back in and say, okay, I'm going to reroute that a little bit, off here. Bring this one back up, over around there. No matter, whatever I'm deciding that I'm going to do. So, sometimes you're not going to be able to avoid having a star point configuration in this area, but that's perfectly acceptable underneath the zygomatic because when we go like this, there's a crease right there, which is in the jump. So that's fine. We just don't want to have it like right there or right there, maybe right here. But certain things that you'll get kind of familiar with. So ear is pretty straightforward. It's just going to take a lot of manipulation. At this point, I'd have to go back in and maybe add a few edges and just really start kind of tweaking. But I don't want to add too many edges on the outside and hooking it up. So about 40, 45 minutes, we'll go more into UVs on the head.